Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to work on a project that will end up looking something like this. It's going to be an oil pastel thing with a little watercolor in the background. First things you might notice is this is a square. It's different than our normal paper of 9 by 12. It's actually a square, which is going to give us a different kind of composition and a different kind of feel. Also, you'll notice that there's two letters, an M and an L. Those are my initials. The first letter of my first name and the first letter of my last name. So you might have different initials and you're going to have to work within whatever your initials are. The goal is to take your two initials, overlap them. You can see how my L is underneath my M. Okay, overlap them and fill the space from top to bottom and side to side with a nice little border around the edge. Okay, here's one example. There's another example that hasn't been painted, different little color scheme. There's one with just black. Here's one with warm colors. Obviously this one was cool colors in the front. And here's my empty blank one. Okay. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get a square piece of paper. You're going to have that at your table. On the back, you're going to make sure you put your first name and your last name and your homeroom teacher. This is a 3rd grade project, so write a 3 down there and put your homeroom teacher, whoever that is. Once you've got that done, you've got your normal piece of paper there. You're going to have a paper strip right next to you. It's going to be 1 inch wide. You're going to kind of use it like a ruler. You're going to line it up with the edge of your paper and draw a straight line. And you're going to kind of put it to the other edge of your paper, draw a straight line, and draw lightly, please, so we don't have big, harsh, thick pencil lines on our paper, because we don't want that. Okay, and then line it up at the top, and you can kind of see how I've just used that to create a quick and dirty border for my composition there. So I've got this outside edge. Then in this inside part is where we're going to put our initials. Okay, you're going to then go get a piece of paper. Here's a different example, a different piece of scrap paper, and depending on what your initials are, you're going to try to weave those two letters together. Remember, we're doing overlapping. That is when one thing is in front of another. Okay, and you have something on top and something underneath, kind of like my letters. Now, you're going to draw 3 squares. How many? That's right, 3. Okay, and in those squares, you're going to design your space. You're going to design your letters. So I'm going to use A and B since they're the first 2 letters of the alphabet. All right, now what you want to do is you're going to start by making the stick letters. And then you're going to make the bubble letter outside. And on the inside. If you need to, you can erase the inside letter. If you're at the point where you're just so good at bubble letters you don't need to do that inside letter, no problem. Do that. Okay, then you're going to think about overlapping. How do I want my overlapping to happen? And you're going to have to overlap so that we can still tell what your letters are. Okay, so there's my A and my B. One example. Maybe I'm going to do this other example. Here's another one that's kind of all falling apart, but you can kind of see the A and the B in there. Okay, so I'm going to do that one. I'm going to take it from like the corner here. A. I'm going to kind of skip the inside drawing there, and then have my B back here. Alright, so there's a B. A and B. And let's say another one, maybe I want the B to be more in front. Maybe I want to hide the A inside here. Okay, whatever it is, do 3 examples. Raise your hand, I'll come over, we'll circle one that we like the best, and then we'll go from there. Once you get that done, you're going to move on to your nice piece of paper that you started with, and you're going to lightly trace letters. I'm going to go back to my Mr. Lundgren example. Here's my M, okay, and here's my L. Okay, here's my light tracing of my pencil letters. I'm going to go around the outside of them. To make an M. I'm going to go out here to make my L. I'm going to kind of erase the inside. And there's my little composition. My M is in front, because that's my first letter, right? L in the back, and then my border around the side. When you're done with that, raise your hand, call me over, we'll double check it before you start your oil pastel. Okay? So in the next session, we'll work on our oil pastel.